right, you all. I'm your girl, rapper Blondie Pink. Welcome to Rappers Union. Right, where we're all coming together. Rapper Union Thursday. That's what we call it, y'all. So today is September 21st, 2023. Again, Hollywood and Vine is our landmark, which is that way, down there by the corner. And then basically you just look for the blonde hair because I've been driving lately, so it really depends on where I get the parking spot at around here. But that's the landmark is Hollywood and Vine. So yeah, so it's not 4 yet, but it starts at 4. Um, yeah, so I hope you all had a great week and everything. I'm your girl, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink, comedian, actress Michelle Hope Walker, and the founder of Rappers Union. We're coming together to, especially in this year, because Rappers Union is ongoing, but especially in this year as we celebrate 50 years of hip hop, we are most definitely um, celebrating the great artists, the great music you have, and we're celebrating by saying that we want these big record labels, big corporations to pay rappers. Oh yes, pay rappers. That's what we're saying. We're gonna pay rappers their worth. All these different record labels and big corporations make millions and trillions of dollars off of hip hop, and we deserve some of that money. Okay, you got to share the wealth. Everybody been striking, and so hip hop strike, we strike it too. And so one of our first strikes and one of our key strikes, basically, is don't go to iHeart Music Vegas event. No, don't go. And it starts tomorrow, September 22nd, 2023, and it's September 23rd, 2020. Now, September 23rd, you can go to the Global. Now, I don't know if the parent company, the iHeart, also owns the Global, but I like the Global thing because they're raising money to feed the hungry. So, it's a thing where we're helping people. So that is Saturday, at least it's supposed to think on TV Saturday, September 23rd. Now, I could be wrong. It may be taping beforehand because, I do TV and stuff a lot. So sometimes the day they tape and then the day that they actually are showing it on TV can be two different dates. And sometimes they don't always broadcast that they actually taped it beforehand. They'll still say live, although they already taped it. Sorry, TV, I don't mean to tell all the secrets. But anyway, all right, y'all. So, it's just the key thing. So again, this time on Thursdays, and it's every Thursday, 4 o'clock p.m., or just look for every Thursday, and just follow me. That's the key thing. Follow me, not literally. Gotta watch it. Some people literally will follow you everywhere you go. You're right there. I'm like, what is going on? Are you at Beyonce? What are you doing? Following me everywhere I can. But yeah, no, I do. I'm a comedian, so I'm silly. But anyway, but follow me on social media. So the key thing where I post a lot of information to my videos on YouTube. So that's Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, 6547. So Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Forgot I got my window down. Let me bag back. Here I'm trying to stay in the sun, but I forgot I gotta watch. Then I got my window down for somebody to come through and turn around and my car be gone. I literally was riding bus because I got a car, but I do my bus and I ain't done train lately because train I hear been a little bit too dangerous. But they say it's better, but I just still feel safer on the bus if I'm gonna do a public transportation. But don't get me wrong, because I don't want to say the train is not safe because maybe for you or the people, and depending on where you're going, and because our mayor, Karen Bass, shouts out to Karen Bass, I love my mayor, she's been making it safe. So I'm not going to say that because it's been a while since I've been on it, so it's probably a lot safer. But anyway, literally I was on a bus. This wasn't even on a train, it was on a bus. And y'all know I do acting and stuff, so I was on my way doing the background acting. I literally, because we were supposed to act like we were on an airplane, right? So you're supposed to bring luggage and stuff, right? So I done brought my luggage, and I'm standing right here by the door and where the driver is. So I got my little suitcase right there and everything, and literally I turned around, somebody had stole my suitcase right right by. I'm like, how in the world? I'm like, okay, so that's why I said I learned you can't even be feet away from your property. because somebody will slip up and take it. But anyway, while we talking about taking it, how them big record labels are taking rappers' money, okay? So don't get me wrong, not all the record labels, because I'm actually standing right here. You all know I'm always showing Capitol Records, and this time my actual parking is literally right here by Capitol Records. Y'all see, literally their office, and then there's the sign right there of Capitol Records, if y'all can see that in the background. But I read some good stuff about Capitol Records. I don't know if it's one of their A&Rs or somebody that's signing some good contracts with rappers. I'm like, all right then, Capitol Records. Now, again, rappers, if I'm wrong, y'all correct me. But anyway, so you go follow me on YouTube, which is Michelle, 2 L's, Michelle Hope, Hope, Walker, like when you walk, a walker, speaks with the S, 6547. Instagram, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Pretty much everything Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Now, my Twitter is Hope, Hope underscore, that line on the line, speaks. Because I'm always speaking. I'm speaking, my mouth is moving, I'm rapping, I'm speaking, I'm thinking, I'm doing with the mouth, yeah, no, so, but anyway, so again, I'm a rapper, Blondie Pink, Michelle Hope Walker, and so basically, yeah, you all Rappers Union, where we're standing here and we're making that stand for hip hop, and it's literally by just standing outside visually together as a group. It's taking a stand. I mean, that's what you have all the other unions doing this, standing together. They got their signs and they're out there, hip hop strike. Rappers pretty much moving forward is Rappers Union meeting. Basically, this is our meeting spot Thursdays at 4 as we move forward. And a time to network. A time again to look at them contracts, look at companies that are, because we want to give the compliments to the companies that are making sure that the artist is getting a piece of the pie, and a big piece of the pie, like a half piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Sharing the wealth. Usually when you share, it's half and half. You know what I'm saying? You get this half, I get that. That's like the publishing. Sometimes you publish it half, and you know what I'm saying? And I think it's one part you can give the other half to somebody, or you keep both half, something of the sort. But so yeah, so here we are, you all. Here we are, and I just feel blessed. I feel blessed to stand up for rappers because I'm a rapper, and just art period, because there's a lot of the different strikers, from the auto workers who've been striking, the UAW, to the writers who they made the corporations may actually work with them and give them the fair share, and work with them on meeting what they're requesting today. And like I said, today is Thursday, and it's September 21st, 2023. And so they're meeting. Then we got SAG, the actors, which I do background acting. I'm an actor. So everybody's saying, it's time to pay up. It's time to share that wealth, and we know that for years, corporations and record labels have made so much money off of rappers and have not paid rappers their fair share. Now, corporations, when we talk about the big corporations, and I do want to compliment some of the big corporations that also, when we talk about corporations, are also, and when I'm talking about corporations, I'm talking about the big record labels, I'm talking about, but also there are corporations that do sponsorships with the different rappers, where the rappers are sponsoring a program, or either the rappers having a product and the corporation are investing in that rapper. So thank you for that. And it looks like they're paying fair. It looks like now. Again, I don't have a contract in front of me. That's the thing. And then you need an attorney with you that know the contract. And that's the thing too. When you get an attorney, make sure it's an attorney that knows rappers' contracts, because even rappers' contracts still can be different from an R&B contract, from a country genre a contract, So again, you wanna, and that's easy. You just look at who are some of the attorneys who have done some of the other rapper contracts, and that rapper got a good contract. So it's not hard to do. You just like y'all do on the phone, Google, instead of Googling somebody's business, you gonna Google your business of attorneys and a good attorney to help make sure that if you're deciding to do the big corporations, that you make sure that you get a fair contract. There's nothing wrong with doing corporations, the big record labels. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all if that's what you want to do. Some of the assets to the big corporations sometimes can be that they have the money to get your name instantly all over the place, to buy people to be around you, to make you look like you all that, but you are all that. Don't get me wrong, you are all that. And let's see. But yeah, I'm independent and I like staying independent. Because you got to remember now, when you sign for that money, you better be ready to work. And you better be ready to, and that's why I think sometimes people get into turning them tricks, because when them corporations invest in you, they want their money back. So that's where you start seeing rappers and different people start doing other stuff. You be like, what happened to the rap part? What happened to the way you came in the game, the rapping you came in with? Well, the thing that happened is that now they're trying to make music that sells versus, just organic music, that was, from their heart. Now it's music to help pay their bills. And nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So as you hear me talk about, so I'm not per se saying that there's anything wrong with anything in particular, because people make choices. People are making choices, and that's your choice if you chose to work with the corporations. Now, here's where I come in, where Rappers Union come in, is that I do feel that corporations need to be accountable. This thing that, oh, I'm a private entity and I can do what I want to make it. Nope. And that's where it comes to when we need to strike. We need to strike. Hip hop needs to strike. Because we talk about 50 years, we're celebrating 50 years. But then we got to look at, it's been 50 years of some bad contracts, y'all. 50 years of record labels giving rappers bad contracts. I ain't saying everybody got bad contracts, but there's some bad contracts out there, a lot of them. How we know is because rappers, bless their heart, are trying to make money other ways, but unfortunately some of them turn to ways that may not be legal and to make money, because they're not making any money off their record label contract. None, nada, none. That's Spanish for none. Nada. They're not making no money off of that. So but they got this image that says I make money. They're rapping about making money, and so the record label is not helping them to keep up that image, although the record label wants them to keep up that image. And that's my challenge too with these big corporation record labels that have lots of money. You have the money to pay your artists and to keep up with this rich image. If you signed them and their image was about being rich and lots of money, well then that corporate to the corporations, the big record labels that have lots of money, then you're going to have to do a lot of funding this artist, because you got to keep their image looking richy rich for them to sell music, because that's how they came into the game. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying again, back to holding the corporations accountable, because I'm tired of seeing our rappers go to jail. But again, those are choices that those rappers made. But sometimes, are they really choices? Those are things that we have to look at. Are they really choices? Because some things are not really a choice when you're not given fair choices. So you have to watch that. Some things are not really. There's Capitol Security. Hey, Capitol Security yesterday, as we talking loud. So again, we have to see, are they really choices? Because if it's not really a choice, and that's the challenge as we're looking at the corporations and we're looking at things, we have to look at, when we say, oh, well, that was their choice, they decided. Well, also, who was that was, oh my God, oh my God, I shared is one of the rappers that was talking about, but is it really a choice? Because if you have no money and you have this artistry that you are, the people are coming to you with money saying, well, you sign here, I'm gonna give you this money and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. and you ain't got no money. Oh, they about to have an accident over there. Um, did you really have a choice? Because at that point you ain't got no money. So you got a corporation, big record labels gonna give you some money for your artistry, as they should. We just saying they need to give you probably a lot more money. But so then you sign. You sign. Now, unfortunately, sometimes what you got up front is probably about the only money you're gonna get, because the rest of the time they're gonna be trying to bill you for recouping. And what they charge. Yeah, because I even seen an article where they were talking about on the just frivolous things that they charge rappers with. On their tab. So they're keeping a tab on keeping a tab on you. And that's why I say sometimes people be talking so much about, well, shouldn't I did this, shouldn't I, be trying to talk negative about shit. But I'm like, how come ain't nobody talking about these corporations? These big record labels, corporations making trillions of dollars. Y'all scared to talk about them because they ain't black. But y'all will talk about shit night all day long. He did this, he didn't pay somebody their money, and he didn't. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that. But I rarely hear y'all. Really? Some of y'all scared to come out here now. Cause you're like, oh, the corporation will see me out. And again, you're not doing nothing wrong. We're standing rappers union. Being a part of a union is nothing wrong. You can Google it. You can be a part of a union. A union helps to protect your rights. A union helps to give you information. There's nothing wrong with being a part of a union. So for those of you who've been scared, it helps some of y'all out. Move forward. Basically, we're still here, Hollywood and Vine. Again, just look for the blonde hair. It depends on where I get a good parking space if I drove there. The key thing, just look. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to find. I look very unique, beautiful. Oh, beautiful, unique. Yes, I got my little leopard. I like this little pocket, y'all. Ain't that cute? The little pocket they got. My little pocket scene. That is so cute. Anyway, rapper shoes. So you don't have to be scared. You know what I'm saying? And so back to when we talk about choice, do they really have a choice? Well, not really. Not really. Not really, really, really. Because a lot of times in a corporation, big record labels dangle all that money in front of you. Ain't got no money. You need to eat. You got a family that need to eat. Like when the rappers sit, that's basically your choice. You're like, hey, I'm going back to Saturday. But again, rappers, you realize you don't have to sign. You go independent. But again, Rappers Union is more so about getting rappers money from the big record labels that's making trillions and billions and millions of dollars off of rappers and not paying them their fair share. So that is our bigger picture. And again, it's a network system where, again, as you come, you can perform out here on the sidewalk during the time we're out here. We have our meeting and we network and we take our stand because, we believe in standing up, taking that outward stand, in public. It's almost like, I know, for those of you all that are Christians and say, we got to walk up in front of the church, and say, I want Jesus Christ in my heart. These days, a lot of times, that pastors don't make people do that. They say, raise your hand or, in your heart. Because I guess some people were scared to get saved, because they was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go in front of people, And we know God wouldn't want nobody to be embarrassed, so you ain't got it. But I'm talking about, old school church. I don't know, some churches might still do it. Because their theory and thought was, if you're deciding to get saved and ask God to come into your heart, tell the world, come on up in front of the church, type thing. So that outer, so standing up for our rights, out in those contracts, most definitely constantly looking at those contracts, helping the new artists that are coming in, helping the artists who have been in this industry for years but still have not got paid their money, because I really believe that they can do a retro. They can do anything with that money. These corporations, people that got all this money, they can do anything with the money. So this theory of, that was before we had money. No, they can go back because they're still playing that music. If that music is still being played, they can, even if it's not being played, go back and pay them people. Go back and pay them. Regardless of what y'all say about Diddy did give something back to his artists. Now, I know some of the artists are like, okay, but we're going to look at what he did do. You know what I'm saying? So the Rappers Union, we are standing up for our rights, right? But y'all know, I love me some Jesus Christ. Y'all know I'm very positive. But we are going to stand for those rights, and we are going to look at those contracts. And because we have that right. Yes, we do. And so we're going to do those things. And so it's awesome, that we have that right. Because it goes back again to the choice. So you really have a choice of all the corporations, the big record labels are only offering these same contracts, these 360 contracts that take your money. So take your music money, take your concert money, take your merchandise money. Like I said, in 2009, at Georgia State University is a music management program. Shout out to Ludacris, my classmate. So 2000, well, me and Ludacris was classmates back in from the 1997 to the 2000. That's when, between those years, is when Chris and I were classmates in the music management business program at Georgia State University. Shout out to Dr. Frederick Taylor. And he also has a son. I think his son is Dr. But he may actually be out here in Hollywood. I know he's always talk about his son was out here in LA a lot doing stuff. So he might be, out here now. Hi, Frederick Taylor Jr. But anyway, so I'm your girl, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink, comedian, actress, Michelle Hope Walker. So back in 2009, they're starting. My professor Monica, who actually had been the music attorney for TLC, at one time, she was telling us then, and I don't know if they had just started then. They might have already been really getting into it with the 360 deals. So now they're gonna take artists, their concert money, their merchandising money. Oh my gosh, really? That's how artists used to make all their money, because they weren't making even then. So we're talking about 2009, even then they wasn't really making no money off of that contract they signed with that big record label, other than, again, their advancement. That's why I say, when you get that advancement, I'm telling you, if you're going to do corporations and you get that advancement, you better make sure you budget that advancement. I think rappers end up learning, and then your new ones end up learning from the ones that they heard that went broke. Oh, this is not money to go trick off of. So the kids say trick off of. No, this is not money to go spend at the strip club. Don't get me wrong, support the strippers, and I love the strippers, because the strippers will get out and strike in a minute. But they work environment, that's right, strippers, you do your thing. But so 2009 and before, as we talk about the 360 deals, so rappers were not making a lot of money then off of their contracts with these corporations, big record labels. So that's where, they were like, okay, well, I'm gonna make my money on the road. I'm gonna just constantly do concerts, and their merchandising, where they bought, their own merchandising type stuff. And so, but in 2009, at least I know in my college classes, we in music management, music industry business program, we start hearing about the 360s. Now they want the big corporation who already got a lot of money now, who already got trillions of dollars and making trillions of dollars off of rap hip hop, now wanted the rappers' concert money. Now wanted even their merchants, a little t-shirt you buy. Now that's one thing I want to say about Taylor Swift. Now Taylor Swift, she's not a rapper, and Taylor Swift is white, and that does make a difference in this industry. Think I'm wrong? Google it. Back in the 60s, black artists, music artists, regardless of the genre, were not getting paid their fair share because of the color of their skin. And even today, between the genre and the skin color, you still have rappers not getting paid from the record labels. And we're talking about the big record labels that have trillions, billions, millions of dollars. Those are the ones we're focused on because they have the money to pay. So they then wanted the rappers' concert money? Are you for real? The rappers already struggling. They out here performing, and now the big trillion-dollar corporations want that money too. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want the rappers to have anything. And then the merchandise. And, but I was going to say Taylor Swift. Now, what I'm going to say about Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift be running some business. Shouts out to you, Taylor. Again, but you got some business. You're not in the rap part, and you're white. Bless your heart, and I love all the white people, but y'all know they treat y'all better. And So yeah, and I won't say, oh God, no, there's some white people, some black right there and stuff right now. I'm talking about stuff. Well, I ain't get you. I mean, okay, we ain't saying all y'all, but most like this, compared to a black person, most cases you all are getting treated way better in this rap industry, music industry, as far as making sure you get your share of the wealth. Um, but again, Rappers Union is open to everybody, black, white, whatever. But again, so sometimes I say all that to say is sometimes the challenges that rappers have in the hip hop rap industry is that majority of them are black. And so we still have the race issue in contracts where some people just don't even feel like black people should get paid a lot of money for their art. You know, a lot of them, I don't know, maybe they just feel like, oh, that's just what they naturally do. Yeah, maybe they like slavery days, you know, that's what they naturally do. We ain't got to pay them for that. They're going to naturally do that. Y'all know I'm being funny, but no, they do have to pay. They do have to pay. All right, y'all. I'm looking. Okay. I don't like my videos to be more than 30 minutes. So, but this is the video part of this. I am gonna go on live. And y'all, I'm here in Hollywood, so y'all know how it's like to show y'all. There's like the hills parts back up in there. And again, like I always tell you all, the meeting spot is well, the starting point for you is Hollywood Boulevard, which that's right down there, and then this right here is Vine. And then all you gotta do is just look for this beautiful blonde hair, me, beautiful me, and I'll be right along the sidewalk. Pretty much a lot of times I'm on the sidewalk right over here by Capitol Records, and why? Because we're talking about the music industry, so you know. I have a great background of Capitol Records in the background. Right now, we're so close to it that I think all you can see is just the offices part. But then they have a sign. So y'all right there, they got a landmark sign right there to say Capitol Records. And then we're over here by the stars. Y'all, matter of fact, Tina Turner's star is somewhere over here, y'all, because we celebrated Tina Turner, who was out here dancing. And, oh, I think it's further up that way. The Tina Turner star. Okay. Let me wrap it up. Okay. So, all right, y'all. So I'm your girl, rapper, singer, Blvd Pink, Michelle Hope Walker, and again, Rappers Union. So come out next Thursday, 4:00 p.m. Come out, Hollywood and Vine, and look for this blonde hair right here on the sidewalk. Coming more north of Hollywood Boulevard. Usually that's where I'm finding the spot at. And I'm here. And it's time for us just to come together, celebrate each other, celebrate our music, strategize, because everything will not be announced. Hey. All right, y'all. So y'all be blessed. And today is September 21st, 2023. Rappers Union Hip Hop Strike. Remember, do not go to iHeart Music Festival in Las Vegas. No, we're striking on that. Hip Hop Strike. No, do not go. No. We're doing a hip hop strike there. No. All right, y'all. I'm your girl. And I like iHeart, so it's not nothing against iHeart, you all, but we got to take a stand somewhere. So, take a stand here, and we're going to take a stand there. Okay. All right, y'all. So next week, next Thursday, 4 p.m., Rappers Union and Hip Hop Money is two versions, the Hip Hop Money educational part, and then the Rappers Union, where again, us rappers coming together. All right, you all be blessed.